Hey everyone, thanks for listening because I'm going to just talk for a little bit and hope you had a Merry Christmas and a good holiday. And let's just face it, guys, there's a lot of people at Hasbro who didn't have a good holiday. So, I don't mean to laugh, but you know, hell of a segue, right? Because got to talk about these layoffs again because this is getting weird. Part of it is that the head of Magic the Gathering's crossover um, section. That was the section, and you may have seen ads on Facebook for it or on Instagram. They would like have Magic the Gathering cards for like various things. The big one this year was Lord of the Rings. It was the highest selling Magic the Gathering card set ever, apparently. And there was some controversy around that one, but at the same time, it was very well received, believe it or not. So you'd think that area would be safe from all these layoffs. Well, guess again, you're wrong. I mean, the head of that department, the head that brought all that together, the highest selling Magic the Gathering set of all time was laid off. And that blew me away because I'm like, wait a minute. That is like one person that should be safe. Right? We talk about creatives getting laid off and how stupid it is, and it is a dumb move. We talk about people, you know, obviously there's some people that get laid off that don't deserve it. I mean, and what really kills me is the blasé attitude of some who don't look very far into this. They're kind of going, "Well, we need to trim the fat. Every company needs to do that." Yeah, except that's not what they're doing. They're getting rid of the people that do good work. And we can go back to 2018 and talk about Bobby Valla. Now, you like Bobby Valla, you don't like Bobby Valla. Here's the thing: they're still using his designs for some of these toys that you love. You like low light? That's based off his design for the 3 3/4 inch low light from the anniversary from Pursuit of Cobra. You like Thor? That's his Thor, and it's been redone 3 times. You know, I mean, over and over and over again. You have a lot of his designs still coming through in the current line. So that tells you that yes, obviously he did a lot of stuff they still use. Like him or don't like him, like Action Force or don't like Action Force, you like some of his stuff, even if you don't admit it. But getting back to the subject, I mean, and of course we know people at Wizard, because we all saw that article that said that the creators of Baldur's Gate said that no one is there from when they started doing Baldur's Gate 3. And yeah, okay, some people are going to move on, but it seems like a few people should be still there. And those people should be up on pedestals as well. No. Again, this is not trimming the fat. This is cutting off your own leg. This is cutting out the best part of the steak and leaving the gristle. Okay? This is not smart. And I know this is Chris Cox's plan to cut down on the workforce, possibly farm out some stuff. That is Blueprint 2.0 right there. Smaller workforce, concentrating on certain money making IPs, which you would think Magic the Gathering and Dungeons and Dragons are the two they would want to concentrate on. Oh, wait, they tried to concentrate on that one. And when they put it over to the toy department, it didn't fly. How do you launch a toy line and it fail before it even get out of the gate? Well, let's have a shitty movie in front of it. Let's keep that same packaging for the shitty movie on the rest of the figures in the line. Barely promote it. I mean, I didn't know there was a Displacer Beast. I'm a Dungeons and Dragons nut from way back when. I've played every edition. I would have caught on. I mean, I didn't know there were 2 packs of Dritz, 2 figures of Dritz. I saw one, saw that $40 price tag. I'm sorry. Saw that $30 price tag, said, nope, you priced me out. When it went down to 20, I grabbed it. Then all of a sudden, people are telling me there's a 2 pack. I'm like, what are you talking about? And then I find the 2 pack for $20 as well. I grab the 2 pack. There are two. Both will be reviewed on my channel, don't worry. But at the same time, I'm a big Dungeons and Dragons nut, and I missed all this because it wasn't getting promoted. I mean, I had heard about the owlbear, I had heard about the beholder, but I had no idea there was a displacer beast, nor did I have any idea there was a black dragon. Hint, guess what else I'm getting? Hasbro is doing this to themselves. For whatever reason, they're doing this to themselves. They entirely put out way too much damn product last year. And a testament to that is something I'm interested in I didn't know existed. And I usually keep my ear to the grindstone and pay attention to things. I mean, again, how did that get past me? Simply put, yeah, it's got to be bad promotion. Because I'm your core audience for these guys. And from all reports, it looks like they've pretty much shot themselves in the foot on this line, and they're not going to go any further. So, I mean, that's telling you something. You didn't even get out of the gate with this. I mean, you just barely, got the horse out of the yard and, like, it just fell over. Man, again, I'm just, how did they do this? Well, they didn't promote it. If I am a person that's interested in it, who keeps his ears to what's going on in the toy community and did not know this had existed. I knew the line existed. I was kind of like going, I wonder what else will happen. Now, maligning that as well is the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon figures, which were less than stellar, should have been cheaper. I mean, oh, but 1/12 collectibles, they're all in that $25 range. Well, these aren't even 1/12, so shut up. I mean, my God. That's what made it even worse. They're not even in the 1/12 scale. So you can shut that right now. And it just kills me. It's like, and I've gone on such a tangent here because now I'm talking about the Dungeons and Dragons toy line when I need to come back and talk about the layoffs at Dungeons and Dragons and Wizards of the Coast, because those are the two areas, as bad as everything is supposedly is, and I'll get to that in a second, as bad as things supposedly are in Hasbro, those are the two areas where things were up. Primarily due to Baldur's Gate 3 and, you guessed it, Lord of the Rings crossover. Those kept the company from seeing worse sales. Yet we're gonna get rid of the people who did that. This isn't bright. Is that an incentive for the people there to do their very best? Because I don't think so. I'm looking at it like, I'll do C- work and see what I get. Because, apparently that's what I'm supposed to do, C- work. And get C- results. And those results are going to go down and down. This might explain some of the QC issues in the G.I. Joe line. With bent weapons and arms falling off. And yeah. Make any excuse you want. I don't care, because head designer has a chance to speak on all of this if they're doing their job. They're doing C- work. That's the deal, man. And perfectly explains why he still has a job. Anyway, I mean, this also leads to situations where you say, "Oh, it's just a compression suit." No, it's not. You just painted it. It's not a compression suit. Shut up. And besides the fact that it looks ridiculous, just don't even do that. But I digress. Man, I have totally lost my train. I fell off it there with that compression suit thing. But of course, all of this is the fans' fault anyway, right? I'm back to that again. Fans' fault because we asked for better. Oh, how dare you criticize? Don't criticize anything, because if you do, it's going to get people not to buy, and then they're going to be layoffs, and then the good people get laid off. Well, maybe that's a stupid ass decision. And it kills me when a very clear stupid decision has been made, and people want to run and defend Hasbro like it's their newborn. Like, don't you dare touch my little one. No. This is a giant fucking corporation who wants nothing more than to separate you from your money in any way, shape that it can. And will do anything to do it. except make quality product. And I mean, it's getting to the point. It's like I don't care what IP you got. I'm getting tired of your shit. I really am. I'm just tired of it. I don't see a reason to continue. Uh, unless you make that Silver Surfer for me, then maybe. You know, Silver Surfer maybe. You're not going to make the brown suited Wolverine again. The secondary market on that is stupid, so I'm not even going there. And the same thing with the Silver Surfer. Secondary market is ludicrous on Silver Surfer. That's what I'm saying. Make a new one. Well, he just did with Galactus. That's the one I'm talking about. The secondary market on him is ludicrous. You know, make a new one because the secondary market is going through the roof. Obviously, a high demand figure by nerds like me who love the Silver Surfer. Duh. I'm not even that big of a cosmic kind of guy, but I'm like, Surfer? Yeah, that's my jam. So they're cutting it down to IPs. With with that Wolverine presentation though, it doesn't look like they're slowing down on releases, which is stupid. There's too many coming out at once. That's the other side of your problem. You need to slow it down. Let product breathe. Let it sell through. Get restocked and sell through. That way you don't have warehouses full of your products that are getting sold to ollies. Wait till, people keep saying, is this going to keep going? Well, look at what was there this year. Think about what might possibly be next year. Would be all that plastic free packaging. I can see it happening. I really can. I'm not making a prediction. I'm just saying I can see that there might be something to that. But again, another factor is all this is happening because Hasbro had a loss. Or did they? Their net profits were around $4.5 billion around 2020 during the pandemic. This year, their profits are going to be 3.59 billion, a 12% decrease. Is that a loss? Are you still making profit? I mean, $3 billion is considered a loss? And I'm telling you this because a lot of people who are talking about these things do not understand the economic terminology. When they say loss, it's not really a loss. It's just that they did not make as much. And when they don't make as much, they panic because they think they have to continually make more. And people will say, well, they're in it to make money. 3.5 billion isn't enough? I mean, what's enough then? Something over 4 billion. Okay. Whatever. That kind of growth is not sustainable by any company, anywhere, in any way. And now we got a lot more access to a lot of this information we never had before. And we can look at it and go, aha, see? Toy sales are down. We can even see what brands are down. We couldn't do that even 10 years ago. But now with the internet being what it is, we got access to all that shit. We know exactly what's happening. We don't have to. I mean, that was one thing I always noticed with people would second guess what was going on. And it would be like, no, that's not it. So what does all this mean? It means Hasbro is doing some stupid shit. And it's going to keep doing stupid shit until I don't know. I mean, do I see the shutdown of Hasbro? Possibility. I don't necessarily see it. I think it's possible, and I think they're making more decisions that are leading down that path. But that doesn't mean I'm saying they're going to shut down. I am saying I think the action figure market is shifting further over into independent lines. Mattel may still hold on with the wrestling. That's the only IP I see. I gotta admit, I was in my Walmart today. I saw a ton of wrestling figures there 2 weeks ago. And I'm always occasionally looking for wrestlers, so I do look through them. And to my amazement, I walked in today, most of that had sold through. And it wasn't even a popular wave or anything. It was just like your basic Roman Reigns and crap like that. I mean, it was stuff you usually see. It's the usual suspects that you can find anywhere. So that to me says, okay, now it's a small sample, but I can see that everywhere. So that to me says that line seems to be doing all right. I think they have I think it's one of the few lines that may have nailed both niche audiences and core audiences, children and adults. That might be a magic formula for them, and they seem to have figured it out. But the only time will tell. We'll see. Definitely see a lot of channels devoted to just wrestling figures. So obviously that's popular. So again, we'll see what happens. I know I like some wrestling. I don't like some wrestling. Yeah, I take it as it comes. It's sometimes when I like it, oh great, and if I don't, oh well. So I have rambled. There was a lot of points I needed to get to, but just to say that Hasbro's screwing up, and I know I've said that a few times. And honestly, again, I don't see what the future of this company is. That's not a doom and gloom prediction. I mean, I'm literally cannot see where they're going. I can't see if they're shutting down. I can't see if they're what I can't see any of it. It's just like, what are you doing, Hasbro? And every time I get a hold of more information, I'm just kind of like, what? Why are you what? Why are you laying off the people that give you the most success? And when I heard again, when I heard it, I was just kind of like, wait a minute, that, that's crazy. That is crazy. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting 2024. Just for Hasbro. Hasbro is going to be a place to watch. It's just going to be crazy, insane, funny. So go ahead and watch it. Anyway, thanks for listening to me ramble on. Guys, take care.